We're back, baby. That was so cringe. It's insane how cringe it was. Anyway, as you can probably notice, there are some noticeable differences about everything around here. My hair is changed and it's not in its best form right now only because I haven't fixed them. I'm not going anywhere, so whatever. The second and most important one is that the camera quality is a lot better, and there is a very good reason for that. I bought the new iPhone 17 because I needed a new phone anyway, and since I was looking for a camera, I was like, sure, let's get the iPhone, of course, like the best camera on the market. Except for the iPhone, I got a MacBook, which is probably the best thing I've ever bought. In general, it's a different kind of level completely. The other thing I bought but I haven't gotten yet is the new AirPods Pro. So how was I able to do those things? I was planning, before I stopped recording and anything, like in May, I was planning to have a series of shorts that would explain what I was going to be doing throughout the whole summer. But I eventually couldn't fulfill that plan because and I can not lie here, I confess that I was a lazy motherfucker. I couldn't sit myself down to work and actually make the shorts that were going to be scheduled to be uploaded throughout the summer. So I ended up not doing anything and basically giving up, not giving up, but taking a huge break for the summer to work because I had two jobs. Now, I think I had mentioned that like right before I finished, but I did have two jobs. I was working service as a waiter. It was probably the hardest thing I have ever attempted to do, and I had made a promise to myself when I started that I would not be giving up my physical condition and my training, which happened. Thankfully, I was able to fulfill that promise and I didn't miss a single session. Every day I was working the whole program was like this. I wake up at 7, I get on my bike and go to the bus station where I would get the bus to get to the town where the first job was at. I was working from 8 till 4:30. Actually 4, but 4:30 was the time that I took the bus back to my hometown. So I took the bus around 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. I was at the town and I would work out for an hour, like my usual program. So 6 o'clock I finish, I go back home, I have a shower and I go to the second job, which was from 6:30 to like 12 to 2, as much as it would go. It was, the season with the tourists and everything, you don't really know what's coming for you. So I did that, and I also had some kind of girlfriend in the meantime for the whole July, which was excruciatingly difficult because I had to finish the second job and then go to her. So I would spend 2 or 3 hours with her and then wake up at 7 the next morning, or that morning for that matter. So it was really difficult. It was my choice to be difficult because I could just have that extra hour to sleep in between the jobs, but I didn't want to because I didn't want to sacrifice or compromise for the sake of working, because that's what everybody does and I don't feel like it's necessary. It was 3 months where it's gonna be like hell. You're gonna work, you're gonna make money essentially, and then you will get the rest you so wanted for the last 3 months. But now I'm not working, so I would have regretted not pushing as hard as I did eventually, right? So where are we now? Right now I made that big investment. The only thing that wasn't really necessary were the AirPods. I only wanted them because I plan on bettering my speech as much as I can, which will be done probably by listening to good speakers like Tony Robbins and Jim Rohn, I believe his name is. I found them on Spotify. They have many audio files that I can listen to. I want to have a good pair of earbuds that I can use to do this in my daily life. Now for the computer and the iPhone, I told you that I needed the phone anyway because I had like a €200 phone for the last 4 years, so it had started to degrade a little bit. But The laptop didn't really need a replacement. Like my previous one was a Dell, a really high-end laptop in terms of the normal ones. It was like 1,200 euros, something like that. And this Mac actually costs 2,000, but I didn't get it 2,000. It's a different story why, but I got it for around 1.5. The thing is that Apple has made it very easy for me to enjoy their products. And I didn't own any kind of Apple equipment in the past, so it was really a huge transition for me to actually understand how the ecosystem and the new iOS program works. But I have to say, I'm very satisfied. It might have its limitations, of course, because as far as I know, Apple gives a lot of attention to security. But in terms of raw efficiency and speed and power, those things are machines, man. Like the phone transition is a lot bigger for me because I didn't have a good phone at all. So it all seems like tremendously different to me. The laptop though, I did have quite a good laptop, like 16 gigs of RAM, 512, I believe, gigabytes of storage, and Intel Core i7, I believe it was. I don't remember the exact model. But this one, it's a lot higher in specs. It has the M4 chip, 24 gigabytes of RAM, which I don't think I will be using at its full capacity, but it's fine, and 512 gigabytes of SSD storage. And the way the software works, how you can navigate through everything, not having to use a mouse at all, it's so insane and satisfying. That's the important for me. Like, I enjoy being on the laptop right now. I can work and feel joy, not for the work that I'm doing, but for the equipment that I'm doing it on. It's actually insane to me how that works. It amazed me how much it fulfilled me every time I got it out of the bag. Like, it's aluminum, the previous one was plastic, like most computers, I guess. But getting it out of the bag, I feel some kind of joy that I think you could only feel like with a beautiful car or something. Like, the difference is not only in efficiency and power and anything that comes with the better software and all, but with the design itself. Like, the iPhone this year is arguably not the best looking one. It's really better looking than my previous phone. But the laptop is a different level, man. Like, it is, first of all, I chose the Starlight color, like tinted yellow. It's not really yellow, it's golden or whatever. I don't know how colors work. It's that color. It's really slim and yet so light. Not yet, it's so light, it's so slim, makes sense, you know. But the feeling of it, the aluminum, not the plastic, it feels so much more durable, so much more quality. I don't know how to say that. I'm lost for words, for real. It's something that I enjoy having in my hand. That sounded really not appropriate, but let's not dive into this right now. That's all for my equipment. There's nothing else to say basically, but this is the important part. Where do I plan on going from here on out? Well, from here on out, we are actually in a hurry, an extreme hurry this time. And I'll tell you why. That's the first year, this summer, those 3 months, that I was working for a different boss because I had my own business, the tavern that my parents own. So working there wasn't as much of a hassle because I was basically doing anything I wanted, you know? But now working under a different kind of hierarchy, I was not the boss anymore, I was an employee, and things went a little south for me in terms of my psychological thingy, you know? The main thing I noticed is that I did not like at all being an employee. And I think that's the most important reason why people actually become entrepreneurs. It's not because they want to become that, but because they don't want to be employees. They don't want to be told what to do from people that are not necessarily better than them at anything. And that's the main issue I had this summer. Except for the fact that I completely busted my ass working. I was tired all the time, barely functioning in everyday activities. I only put my mind on autopilot just to get through the summer. Hopefully, thankfully, it got through very quick. And now we're here. I made this investment because I plan on really pushing the limit this time. I have already made my program a lot better. I wake up at a strict 7 a.m., go work out. That doesn't really matter, my program is irrelevant, but I will be chasing the entrepreneurial world this time with a lot more grit, because it's important to me now. I have a fire up my ass, as someone said, because I really don't want to go through another season like I did this year. It was absolutely terrible. I don't want to do it again. And the only thing that will prevent me from doing it is having succeeded in something else. Because if I haven't, I need to make money to survive and not really make my parents pay for everything, even though they wouldn't have a problem to do so. But I'm not feeling good with myself after that. So I bought the laptop, the AirPods and the phone to absolutely crush it this year, this winter, I guess, the winter arc. And I'm planning to make a huge transformation for myself, for my physique, for my psychological aspects, everything. I also have this here. Now you probably can't read this because it's in Greek, but it says Bible. It's the Bible, translated of course, and I'm really giving a lot more attention this year to my spiritual health, I guess, because I've reached the point of thinking that it's as important, if not more important, than anything else at this point. If you can't manage your mind, you won't be able to do anything. And many people will argue that religion is not really the way to go about it, but I really don't care about what you think. So I'm also discovering things myself, so I have to try different approaches to the problem. I had tried many things: meditation, sitting by myself, thinking, just planning in my head, letting my head actually think and not be distracted by everything that's going on around me. Many things did something, but nothing really worked to the point that I wanted it to. So now we are changing our approach. We are attacking the problem head on, and we are planning non-emotionally and fully logically a plan to go further in the entrepreneurial world and actually succeed, because this year is crucial for me. It's the third year that I am in uni. I only have one more if everything goes according to plan, and I need to be out of here and successful as fast as possible. Now I know that's not an easy thing to do. I know that's a task really foreign, I'd say, to most people's minds. I want to be a successful entrepreneur while also getting my degree in sports science. Like, it's a difficult path that I'm working on, but even though I might not be completely willing to walk it, I know I have to. I don't like what I'm doing right now, but I have to do it to get to the next level that I actually want to be in. That's the goal. So I'm gonna start building my personal brand again, not building, like rebuilding, I guess. Posting every social media that I have, like Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. I don't know, Facebook just kind of pisses me off the way it works. I don't know. I will say about that. Making my videos, YouTube shorts, making the video, cutting it shorts, uploading the shorts. Everything that I believe is helpful I will be uploading and recording, because I am on a journey, as I'm sure many of you, there aren't many of you watching, but when there are many of you watching, many of you will be on the same path, and maybe you need some guidance. Maybe you need to see that someone is actually going through it with you, and I will do whatever I can to actually go further and not stay stable as most people do for not just 2 or 3 years, but for their whole life. That's all I had to say. That's the return of Stratos. It's actually quite fascinating. I feel excited. I was feeling excited for the past month because I knew that this time it's different. Like, I wasn't really feeling the excitement of buying those products just for the products themselves. I was actually thinking that they are machines, they're a tool for me to get to the next level. And I was really like, okay, we bought it, what's the next move? Like in the past year, when I bought it was like 2 years ago that I bought the Dell laptop. I was like, okay, I'm very excited now because I know I might just play some games on it or, have a little fun. Now I don't think of that at all. I'm only really focused on what I will be doing with it, actually. So let's not forget that we are people, we have our limits, but I would not like to discover my own yet. I don't think I have discovered them at all. They're way up there and I'm chasing them only because I know the higher I get, the more successful I will be. So that's all for today. I will be returning with more videos, of course, and I hope you all enjoy anything I said or just didn't get bored out of your life. Okay? Thank you very much. See ya!